We've got another article this time from Coastwatch, and they're talking about Proteus and what it really means and what their goal and their vision is for the Proteus program. So here's a short podcast on this article.
Welcome to Colonize the Ocean podcast, where we discuss oceanic colonization, exploration, and education with your hosts Adam Jewell and Brendan Traxler.
Okay, so you know how we've been kind of obsessed with like every little thing happening with space exploration?
Right.
The International Space Station. I mean, that was huge. It's still up there.
Yeah, absolutely groundbreaking.
Totally. But what if I told you we're about to dive into something just as mind-blowing? But this time it's underwater.
It really is a similar kind of drive, that pushes us to explore these frontiers.
Right.
This is Proteus we're talking about, and its goal is a permanent research station underwater.
And to help us wrap our heads around this incredible project, we have this interview with Fabian Cousteau.
Yeah.
And yes, that is that Cousteau family. And marine scientist Brian Hellmuth. They're the minds behind Proteus.
It's really interesting how they connect Mission 31 to this, this Proteus idea.
Right.
Basically 10 years ago, Fabian, he lived and worked underwater in the Aquarius habitat for 31 days.
Wow, a whole month living in an underwater habitat. I mean, what did they learn from that experience?
It really changed their perspective. 1 month underwater, you can get the same amount of research done as like 3 years at the surface.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just you're constantly surrounded by it. You can observe, you can collect data, and there's none of that like going back and forth to the surface.
So that experience, did that like directly lead to the idea for Proteus?
Oh yeah, definitely. Mission 31, that was the starting point. They saw how valuable continuous underwater research could be, but the current facilities just weren't enough.
Yeah.
So they wanted to go bigger and better and way more advanced, and that's where Proteus comes in.
So they want to take this research to a whole new level. What's Proteus going to be like on the inside, though?
Oh, it's not like those cramped little submarines you see in documentaries.
Okay.
It's going to be like a huge state-of-the-art facility, right?
Yeah.
Multiple labs.
Wow.
With all the latest technology, comfortable living spaces, so researchers can stay down there for a long time. They might even test out some new underwater tech.
Sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie. Where are they going to build this underwater wonderland?
They chose a marine park off the coast of Curacao.
Okay.
It's known for like these amazing coral reefs and just tons of different marine life.
Yeah.
So imagine walking out of your underwater house and you're right there surrounded by this amazing ecosystem. You become part of it, not just some visitor looking through a window.
I can just imagine researchers working right alongside like schools of fish doing their experiments right there on the ocean floor. That's a level of immersion we just haven't seen.
Exactly. Think of the possibilities. Researchers could be right there when a mantis shrimp does its thing.
Oh, yeah.
They had that crazy punch, powerful enough to break aquarium glass.
Yeah.
But it's not all those big flashy things. It's the little things, too. Scientists could watch how creatures act at all hours of the day. Like observe those tiny changes up close without bothering them at all.
This is all so cool, but let's like bring it back to reality for a sec. Why should people who aren't like marine biologists care about all this?
Right. It's got to be relevant to everyone. Think about climate change.
Okay.
It's this huge, complex thing, right? Hard to really grasp.
Yeah.
But Proteus, that's where it gets real. Scientists can actually see how climate change is affecting ocean life firsthand and in real time.
So it's like taking this abstract idea and making it something we can all actually connect with.
Exactly. And it's not just about observing. It's about understanding.
Right.
And finding solutions. The data they collect at Proteus could be super important for conservation efforts, to help protect our oceans from climate change.
And those awesome underwater documentaries that everyone loves, imagine those, but live 2004/7 streamed straight from Proteus. It'd be like bringing the ocean to the world.
Right. And the educational possibilities are huge. Students could participate in these virtual labs, ask researchers questions live, maybe even suggest things to study.
Wow.
To get a whole new generation excited about the ocean.
Yeah, totally. You mentioned solutions before, and it makes me think about the potential for medical discoveries.
Oh, absolutely.
We hear about all these amazing medicines that come from the ocean, but what are we missing out on by not studying these organisms in their natural environment?
You're right. When you bring stuff up from the ocean floor to a lab, it's not the same.
Right.
With Proteus, they can study them right there where they live, undisturbed. Who knows what we might discover? Maybe a cure for cancer, new antibiotics, all kinds of possibilities.
It's amazing to think about all these secrets hidden in the ocean just waiting to be discovered. Proteus, it's really a testament to how creative humans can be and just our endless curiosity about the unknown. We were captivated by space exploration, and now we're on the verge of uncovering incredible things in the depths of our own planet. It makes you wonder what other mind-blowing secrets are down there just waiting to be found.